Let me just make sure we are live here on Twitch and on YouTube. Maybe I should go live on TikTok as well. I don't know. I always struggle with that. I'm not watching. There's always somebody playing the piano on TikTok, or sorry, on Twitch. Every single time. I mean, I like the piano. Don't get me wrong. There's always someone playing the piano on Twitch. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, KC, Alex. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got 53 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button as soon as you get in here. Let me go ahead and put something here. Hey, Abraham Gabriel. My middle name is Gabriel. Let me see. Let me put a poll. Did you hit the like button yet? Let's see. When is the repegging? Do we have a date? So no, the repegging comes from what I understand, which we will kind of break down. We want to know if it's a good idea for what they have in store, but really break down some information behind it, because it's not only just like, hey, they're gonna repeg. All we have is information that they want to pay off the debt for the USTC. But then when it comes to how everything's going to be, run after the fact, when things do get repegged, we have to figure out how it's going to live, because if it failed once, it could fail again, right? Did I kill all the flies? Yes, I killed, during that video yesterday, I smacked a fly and then stomped on it, and there's been no flies since. So hopefully we don't see any more, but I let Emmy out twice. So I let Emmy outside last night and let Emmy outside this morning. So we may see that. What's so great about Harvest Finance? Honest question. So mainly for me, it's around the overall supply. So the overall supply is so low, and you see so much movement within it. If you have a position that has popularity and has low supply, that's like so much room for growth, because any type of positivity in the crypto market itself versus positivity in just the position, you can see massive movement. That's what makes Farmcoin so great. It's nothing like super special about it. It's not like the best, the most like unique use case out there. But the fact that it has so little supply, and 100% of the supply that's out there, no type of dilution that goes into it, it makes Farmcoin very, very interesting for someone like me who loves low supply positions. Because especially if you're getting into a position at $40 and you're able to, see that grow up to 400 or 1,000 or $2,000 depending on the movement. I mean, yes, the typical hold time is very low, but you still can see massive movement. Good morning, Matt. I know you must have said this about 1,000,000 times, but can you please tell me how I could buy Lunatics token? So yeah, I have a whole video on it. I have a video breaking down how you can buy Lunatics token. The only place you can buy it right now, let's bring up PancakeSwap. The only place that you can buy it right now is PancakeSwap. So if you wanted to buy it, so I don't know how much this is worth. So 8,600, that's good. So if you wanted to buy it, you would buy it through PancakeSwap. You have to add it to your list. So go over to CoinMarketCap, right? Find Lunatics token, right? Basically take the address, copy the address if you want to, or you can just add it to MetaMask. If you're on the desktop, do it on the desktop. It's much easier. Make sure you have a MetaMask, right? Go to the networks. Make sure you put Binance Smart Chain Network up here. You have to add the network itself. Then you have to add the overall address to here. You have to add the overall address to MetaMask. Sorry, this is the one, address to MetaMask. And then when you buy it, well, you also have to buy BNB. So you buy BNB on MetaMask. So you buy it through MoonPay or whatever. And then when you go over to PancakeSwap, after you add the address, you click on BNB. You're trading BNB for Terra Luna Classic, right? Or sorry, not Terra Luna Classic, Lunatics token. And then you can go ahead and buy and just select max or something or whatever. Or if you have one, you can select one BNB, which will get you 1.8 million. So there you go. I don't know what to do here. It's not letting me delete this. There we go. And my wallet isn't loading for some reason. I have no idea why, but it's not loading. Let's see. Let's scroll down. We have 219 people here. Thank you guys for watching. What are we talking about today? Basically repegging USTC. Please have $50. Wait, please, I have $50. I don't know the coin to buy. You don't know the coin to buy? You can buy so many coins out there. I just saw a fly. That would suck. I think I just saw a fly, or it might have been like just some movement somewhere. I don't know, but yeah, you can. There's so many options out there. There's not just one option. $50 is a low amount to start with, but you have to start somewhere. So yeah, there we go. I just saw a little fly. Man, these damn, like, once you have like one fly in here, it's like, it's so bad. I don't understand. I really don't understand. We try and get them out of here, and new flies come in every single night. We can't do a screen door because we have to let Emmy outside, so she has to get out there. And there's so much wooded area that it's just ridiculous. Just pisses me off. My husband loves FarmCoin. Yeah, it's a great position. Do you think farm will add more supply in the future? No. No, I don't think farm will add more supply in the future. So FarmCoin has a max supply, no minting available, has a max supply of 690,000. So it cannot increase. So they will not add more supply in the future. 98% of the supply is out there. And whatever movement we do see in this position, from where we are, is nothing but, positive movement from what I see. And this is why I bought at a lower point. This is why I bought at $27 or so, right? So, and I'm upset with everything that hit their lows. I didn't have money at that time to buy. I could have taken it out of other investments and put it into here, but I feel as though I like to keep those investments, there. And I should have been able to, but like I said before, our spending habits on our Amex card get a little bit heavy. What do you think about LUNC this year? I think LUNC could have a lot of growth this year. It depends on what happens with the 1.2% burn. It depends on what happens with something like Lunatics token. Depends on what happens with MEXE or LUNC DAO or LUNC DAO, however you want to call it. I think it could have some massive growth potential. It just all depends. Good morning. Where can I find Luna? I can't find it on Robinhood. You won't be able to find it on Robinhood. Huh. Give me a second. So if you're talking about LUNC, right? Let's go back. LUNC, if you go to CoinMarketCap and you look at markets, you'll be able to find it on many different markets. Where I bought it was PancakeSwap, but you can buy it on Crypto.com, the Crypto.com exchange. You can buy it on MEXE. You can buy it on PancakeSwap. You can buy it on Trader.joe or Trader Joe. So many places, right? 72 different places. And some of those may be the same thing because, you see Pancake Swap on here, 7 times. But yeah, a bunch of different places. Just go on here and look what's the best option for you to buy, but these are the places that you can buy it. You said something about farm token. Yes, farm token is a good token. How much slippage do I have to give to buy Lunati? It should be, 11 to 12% because there's a 10% tax. So give that slippage a pretty decent amount. How much LUNC do I get for 1 million Lunati? How much LUNC do you get for 1 million Lunati? I don't know if it would load. My thing is not loading. Not loading any of my balances. I guess I could just do that for 1 million Lunati. Yeah, it's not. This is not loading. I don't know why Pancake Swap's being weird. What do you mean? Whatever. It's not loading, so I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you at all. Yeah, I can't wait for Harvest Finance and Krill to make some moves. I know I made money off of Harvest Finance, a lot of money off of Harvest Finance. Made some money off of Gitcoin, made some money off of Krill. Yeah, and I can't wait until they take off because Gitcoin, I had like 300 before, and I ended up selling a decent amount to get like 3,900. Invested in at the bottom where it's worth like $2 or so, and I can't wait for them to make their moves back up to where they were. Right? I don't know what our overall market cap looks like today. 1.1 trillion still. We're still trying to make our way up, stair step our way up to 1.2 trillion, 1.3 trillion, all of that. When are they going to fix the circulating supply? What do you mean? Sorry, I feel like I'm behind on messages. How many members do we have here? Because I wanted to go to like members only. I know it would be tough to do that, but we don't seem to have many members. We have like two members here today. It's a good time to buy farm. A good time? I think it's a low point. Yeah, I don't think if you're looking for something, really short term, that this is the absolute best time because you could see that we have seen it a lot lower. We have seen it at $27. We have seen it at $30. But right now at like $50, it's not a bad time to buy it. If you're looking for a long-term outcome to where you see $100, $150, $200, a run to $250, then yeah, it's a great time to buy. 12 works every time. I don't know what that means. Almost a billion. If 1.2% burn LUNC to 10 billion supply, do you think the other burn initiatives will contribute to or stop burning? So I think the other burn initiatives will continue to support the burns through LUNC. And the reason being is because it really doesn't make sense if they're trying to, the things don't line up, right? If they're looking to get this to 10 billion and they're looking to pay off the debt of USTC, the only way that you could possibly do that is by seeing the max value that you can get out of LUNC. So if you're only getting to 10 billion, it makes no sense to repeg USTC because realistically, I think when you look at the market cap, I'm looking at a conservative market cap of about 10 billion, maybe 20 billion. Some other people are like, hey, this can get to 50 billion and $5 is enough to repeg USTC. It's not. $5 is enough to repeg it, but to hold it to where, if it does lose its peg and then you have to, fight to get that back, there's not much room for, Terra Luna Classic to fall. So then you end up seeing the collapse again. So you need the room. You need $40 worth of room because once USTC and Terra Luna Classic get to the same dollar amount, right? So if like Terra Luna Classic is $1 and USTC is $1, well, now it's difficult because you have to mint when you want to mint coins in order to repeg USTC after it already has been repegged, right? It got repegged and then it depegged again. Terra Luna Classic is worth $1. You're going to have to mint the exact amount that you need, which would pin to the USTC. Hopefully this is all lining up. It's very difficult to follow. But then you have, like, say you have to mint 10,000 to buy 10,000 USTC to increase the price back up to where it needs to be. But the issue is that if you had a higher price point, you wouldn't have to mint 10,000, right? You would mint 1,000 if it's at $10. You would mint 100 if it's at $100, right? So you're able to mint less coins to impact the price of USTC. So the fact that they only wanted to get it to 10 billion leaves so much leaves so little room for Terra Luna Classic to fall if USTC gets depegged again, right? So you have to have something set up so that you have a secure way of going through this algorithm, which I think you need something that's going to burn the newly minted coins of Terra Luna Classic to increase the price potential and the price value, while also seeing the repegging or the repegging of USTC and continuous support of USTC. So it's very difficult to build something there, but I think with hopefully Lunatics token, I think Lunatics token could be a massive part of this algorithm that they're not thinking of, right? While you do have USTC that's over here that needs to be repegged and can be attacked multiple times, and it does end up getting attacked, and they have to keep minting coins over here in Terra Luna Classic, and they get to a point where like, oh, we minted billions of coins, but now Lunatics token can burn off that newly minted supply every single day. And then when you do see it repegged, there's going to be no minting over here, but Lunatics coin or Lunatics token is still going to be burning whatever the access is. So when you do have a break, Lunatics token still has volume to burn off the coins. So it's definitely something that could work with Lunatics, Terra Luna Classic, USTC. I think it could be a full algorithm between the three. And I don't know. That's the way that I think about it. But I think right now you don't really have the massive support or the billions or I guess hundreds of millions of dollars worth of support for Lunatics. When you do have that, well, now it comes into play to where it can be a major part of this ecosystem. That's only if they want to implement it that way. And that's what I want to talk to, kind of all of the teams about. When are they going to fix the circulating supply of Lunati? Oh, when are they going to fix the circulating supply? I don't know when CoinMarketCap will fix the circulating supply. I don't know when CoinGecko. Let's see what CoinGecko has. I remember CoinGecko has like a, what is it called? Oh, let's go here. There we go. CoinGecko has like some sort of dash for the circulating supply because they don't actually have it fully updated. But CoinMarketCap has the max supply there. Yeah, circulating supply has a question mark for CoinGecko. I wonder if they turn the burning back on. Let's check. Because I know they said 24 to 48 hours, so I wonder if they turn the burning back on. They have. So the burning is now back on. You're seeing 4,000 go through, 2,700 go through. So the burning is officially back on. I don't know exactly when it got back on, but now you're seeing more of the burning. And again, the reason why they did that was a great reason. Basically looking at putting more liquidity so it stabilizes the price and keeps it up here. What's good is the fact that we've seen this. Yes, it is coming back to a certain level. You're seeing it fall down, but it's not a massive drop. right? The massive drops come because liquidity isn't added at that price. There's no support at that price. However, they're adding liquidity. They're adding money every single chance that they can to liquidity, and I hopefully all of it's locked there, but I would imagine it is. I have retweet over a million. Wait, I have RT over a million and getting a little under 10,000 a day. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna skip some things because I feel like I give these long answers and I don't have time to answer every question. How many Luna Classics have been burned from Lunatics? So I believe, let me go ahead and check. Let me bring up this and just go down here and look up this. All right, so I believe it's 650 or 700. They didn't do the burn. I guess Crypto King has a burn that's coming today, it should be, or tomorrow, I don't know. But it basically will burn another 50 million. But there's 650 million that has been burned from Lunatics token. They're the top burner right now. I think as soon as the 1.2% burn tax gets implemented, it'll blow all of these burns out of the water because you're looking at billions that are going to be burned in one day versus how much it took for Lunatics token and MEXC and LUNC DAO, right? You can see that LUNC DAO, it took them a while. MEXC, it took them a while, especially going through that whole month of burning. But then you could see Lunatics token in 3 weeks, they've pretty much surpassed that. And it's not about who's in first, who's in second. It's not about who's better than the other or what we should support more. We should support every burn initiative, which it seems like a lot of people are supporting those burn methods. And it's just Lunatics token is doing some big things because it has the support from the community. And I think other things do as well. But, we're able to burn off from the volume. And this is why a burn token actually works. We know it can work. It just needs the support to work, right? Let Luna 2 foot the bill for paying back UST. It was Do Kwon doing what we would for new investors to have to pay it. So they won't do that. They didn't completely give up on the classic chain, but they just gave up on paying back UST holders in full. Like they paid UST holders by giving them Luna 2.0. So technically you paid it back, but it's not about paying back UST holders at this point. It's about paying back to the position, building back up to the position so it has its normal use case back, what it was all about. And then we understand the reason why it failed, how you can back it, because it needs something to back it. You can't just back it with another cryptocurrency. You need real value to back it, which technically in my scenario, you'd be backing it with one cryptocurrency and another in order to burn. But I guess if they wanted to really attack it, they would attack the burn first and then attack UST. But, do they want 10 billion in LUNC realized liquidity to repeg the 10 billion UST to fiat? Do they want to peg the 10 billion to fiat? I'm pretty sure they don't want to do that. I mean, that's always an opportunity or an ability to do that is peg it with real money that's behind it. But I think they're just looking to pay it back so it gets back to $1, but you're not, at that point, you're not backing it with that. The only way you would be backing it with that is if you had extra, right? So say if you had an extra 2 to 5 to 10 billion sitting in reserves just in case something happened, you can bring that money out of nowhere and back the stablecoin. So that's what real stablecoins, or not saying real stablecoins, but normal stablecoins are like, where they have the backing of real world currency. Have you seen the copycat Luna T called Luna 8 Protocol? No, I haven't seen that. What do you think about GMT? I've talked about GMT in a couple of videos. I think you might have asked me. They've started burning their own tokens. Who started burning their own tokens? Or maybe behind. So yeah, Lunati is burning their own tokens again. Any idea when Lunati will get on any exchanges? I don't have any idea. I know they're working with some smaller exchanges right now, but it takes money to get on those exchanges. The reason why ApeCoin was able to get on all of these exchanges at launch was because they had money, right? You know that, Bored Apes, you have a lot of money that goes into those. And so literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars that go into those. So obviously, they have money, and that's why they were able to get on so many exchanges. And when you look at a lot of these newer coins, they have to build up the revenue, build up the money in order to get on some of these exchanges, because it costs you. It can cost you quite a bit to get on some of these exchanges. Sometimes it's just popularity. So something like Shiba Inu coin, it's not about paying your way in. It's about the exchanges adding on that position because they've been hounded to add that position, right? Like if we spam Coinbase and say, hey, add Lunati. Lunati is blowing up right now. You see the volume that's going into it. They're going to add it because they want the exchange fees, if it is popular. If it's not that popular, they're not going to just add it out of nowhere. So unless you paid. Get your position front run. UST is dead. There's no way to maintain $1 at all. I wouldn't say there's no way to maintain $1 at all. I've been taught to not use absolutes. So I try not to use absolutes, which technically, is weird to say, because if you never want to use absolutes, you're using an absolute to define not using absolutes, but it's just a revolving cycle there. But nevertheless, I try not to use absolutes as much as possible, because anything could happen. We've seen, crypto markets fall. We've seen crypto markets run. We've seen positions where people said this can't get to $1, can't get to a penny, can't get anywhere, and it ended up getting to those places, right? So anything could happen. I wouldn't say it doesn't have a chance of getting there. I would say that is definitely their intention when it comes to Terra Luna Classic and USTC, is to baby step your way into all of this. And baby stepping meaning, a couple of years that could play out that way. Even if USTC did repeg, it can't maintain that position. That's why you're trying to figure out ways that it can. If it's backed by real world currency, so say if you take a certain amount from Terra Luna Classic, millions of dollars or $1 billion, and you back, USTC with not only the cryptocurrency, but also, what you have in reserves, which is $1 billion backed by a real currency, not saying that cryptocurrency isn't a real currency, but backed by a, fiat currency. I think it would be a good situation. I think it would be better to do that, to have multiple backings, right? To have the backing of Terra Luna Classic, but if something happens and you feel as though USTC is being attacked, you break out the real dollars and then you back it by the real dollars. So if you have 2 billion to 3 billion, you can protect USTC, which 2 billion to 3 billion, a lot of money, absolutely a lot of money. But if you're looking to back a position like that, you probably need something around that in reserves, at least $500 million. But that all comes in reserves. Yeah, what's up? Can you have yogurt? Can you open it yourself? Yeah, you can have it. All right, when do you think we'll see the burn of LUNC start, and what it keeps skipping? What do you think we'll see the price by the end of September? So from what I understand, they're looking to implement this September 12th, within September. I think by the end of September, if we have middle of September that things are making moves, I would expect right? Let's bring this up. So I would expect if I'm looking for a couple of days, so instead of 300 million, let's just say that the volume increases to 100 million, right? I don't expect it to go crazy, because right now it's sitting at about 40 million, and we haven't seen much movement, and this is where the price is. So let's just multiply this by 15 days, and by 15 days we should burn off 183 billion in 15 days. So this is why I say that the impact that we've had with Lunatics token, MEXC, all of those are nothing in compared to what the burn tax will do, unless Lunatics token somehow has, 100 million in volume or 200 million in volume or whatever. Because if you have 100 million in volume and you have 2% that's burning off versus 100 million in volume and you have 1.2% that's burning off, I mean, you would go with the 2% every time, right? So technically the percentage is higher over in Lunatics token if you do buy it. But you're seeing the natural volume that's flowing through Terra Luna Classic, and you'll see more and more of a burn throughout that because the volume will be higher, right? So that's what we're looking at there. Now, if we were looking at the number of months, if it was to play out that way, this is only 15 days. So if we did it by 30 days, it would take 18 months to fully play out, or 1.5 years. To fully play out with that rate if it was burning 367 billion per month. I mean, that's not bad at all, but we obviously want it to impact a lot more. And I think the variables that we have here are the volume, whether the volume is going to be high, and also the price, because as this decreases, as people see the path, the price increases because the volume is increasing. So technically, if the volume and the price are increasing, we should see the burn stay the same. Even if this goes up to, let's say, if the volume or the price goes up to 0.0, goes up to 1 cent, right? And the volume skyrockets up to 2 or 3 or 4 billion or something. Well, the volume impacted the price to get it to that level. And that's why you're seeing, you'll see the same amount that's probably going to be burned off, as long as both of them do increase. USTC was backed by Luna and people shorting the crap out of it, and it dropped $100 to zero. Yeah, it was only backed by, I think, a terrible system where you're paying out this percentage, 20%, right? That's what it was for UST. I think they needed to build up some sort of reserve. They needed to build something like that. If they didn't, because if something did get attacked, like they knew was going to happen. Breaking news: TFL just merged Terra Rebels V21 into their own version. What does that mean? What does that mean? Views on a person who must not be named. Stableman tweet. I got a super chat. Thank you, Richard, for that super chat. Hi, Matt. You have to check out Wilder World. It is the closest thing to Ready Player One. I've never. I think Ready Player One is a movie, right? I've never seen it or played it or anything like that. Is that a game? I don't know what. It's a position. So currently at 42 cents, you're seeing it down about 10% today, which the crypto market is down 10%. There's that $38 million market cap. Total circulating supply, or total supply, is 500 million. Circulating supply is 88 million. So there's a lot of dilution. 20% of the circulating supply is out there, which I don't like to see at all, because it creates a lot of dilution in the position if you are holding. It does look like the last 7 days you've seen some fluctuation. If I look at all history, we've seen one form of this increasing, and right now it's down to a pretty low level here. If I wanted to look at the market cap, it looks like they have had a little bit of dilution throughout it, but not much. So they don't really add too many coins throughout the process. So I don't really know what thoughts I have on this, because it doesn't really have history behind it. Because you really only see this, which could be a false breakout, only seeing one jump, and no type of comeback. So I don't know what to think about it, but I wouldn't get into this. This is just me. But there's a lot of other people that can see a ton of potential out of it. The only thing is I like to have confirmation that a comeback definitely can happen. If you're seeing highs here and you see no break of any of these highs at all, you see no history above that point, it's just not something that I'm happy with. Right. I just heard myself TFL signed off on V21 code. And if I'm need to understand V21, yeah, I'm in the dark of what that is. TFL have just provided their version of V21, the code for validators to implement. So they have TFL V21 and Terra Rebels V21 validators can choose which one they want to update to. Interesting. Still trying to figure out what that means. Stop giving false hope. Man, LUNC is dead. It won't rise again ever. Let me see this. Do. Sorry, just adding this to my list of names that say that things won't happen. Huh. LUNC is dead comment. Why would I replace? Oh, this is comment 2. Because there's already a comment 1. Let me add that. Check out LUNC Penguin's website for update stats on all relevant information on LUNC. Good morning, Fire King. Good morning, M. Kriegs. 180K subscribers. Yes, we hit that yesterday. And the crazy thing is I caught it at 180K, which is something that's very difficult to do. Like exactly 180K, not 180K in 1 or 2. And the crazy thing is it moves quite frequently. So I'm happy that I was able to catch it at 180K. I would love to be able to capture it at 200K. It just, I don't know, it just looks amazing. So thank you guys for subscribing. Whoever is subscribed, I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. It really does. Let me go to subscribers only. There's some people in here that it's not good. Hi Matt, I'm not getting rewards from LUNC. You're not getting rewards from LUNC? Or you're not getting rewards of LUNC. You should be getting rewards of LUNC. Do you have over 1 million Lunati? If you have over 1 million Lunati, then you should be receiving your rewards in there. You just need to add the LUNC token to your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. All this TFL information coming out from Crypto King interview, because that's where I heard all this and getting said. So I watched Crypto King's interview. I watched probably half of it actually. I didn't watch the maybe like 3/4. So I've watched about 75% of it, and I didn't hear anything about that excepting the V21 code. But then again, I don't know what that means. I don't know what the V21 code is. Is it a new code, or is that the code for attacks? I really don't know what it is. I didn't look into the code. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to get confirmation of this TFL thing. That would be huge news. Lunati is listed on Open Ocean. Do you think Binance will support also? Lunati is listed on Open Ocean. I don't know what Open Ocean is, but I'm pretty sure they're not unless they are. Let's check. Let me bring this up. It is. It is. So there's $350 worth of volume that went through there. I didn't know that at all. Did they put that out on Twitter? And when was that? They're now at 9,000 followers, so that's a good thing. I know they're looking to do a burn. I didn't know they were listed on Open Ocean. I don't even know what Open Ocean is, but it's a smaller exchange. It's good to be able to have just an exchange, another place where you can buy it. Yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. How much would it cost me to buy 5 million Lunati right now? Thinking about jumping in. Lunati's price is at so it would be 160 per million, 165 per million. Lunati changed the rewards to 10K Lunati to include more investors. Oh yeah, I did hear. They did tell me that they were going to change that. I didn't hear what they did change it to, but they did tell me that they were going to change that to include more investors in the rewards. A good move by the team. Yeah. I mean, especially with the price increasing. So if the price increases too much, it's very difficult for people to hold a million. So that needs to change. And it's great that they did do that to 10K for rewards. And as you get to a higher price point, say if they do end up burning off their own token all the way down to 1 billion, right? And you can get this to single dollars. Well, now you have to worry about this being to like maybe 5,000 or 2,000. Every person that's holding 1,000 to fly. Every person that's holding 1,000 will then get that reward. But right now it's 10K, so that's good to know. Happy Caddy Crypto said TFL accepted to do the burns. Well, let's get this rolling. Happy Caddy Crypto just uploaded a video in V21. It's to do with staking. V21 is the burn tax and staking. When Lunati will list it on Binance or any exchange. So right now, again, it's on PancakeSwap and Open Ocean, which I've never heard of, but Open Ocean, and I believe they're working on smaller exchanges. The bigger exchanges will come as volume comes because you need to see millions of dollars that are going through to take some of the tax money, which is what, 2%, I think. 2% of the tax. So all of that tax money or the marketing money needs to go towards, marketing it out, getting it to other places so that, you can have the popularity and have the growth. But you need to be able to grow this into something big. I hope they don't change this. I was listening to an AMA yesterday. Fucking fly. I was listening to an AMA yesterday and where, or not an AMA, but it was with Travlad, I think his name is. And they were talking about Lunatics token and saying that he had some ideas on, visions on where they can take it for use cases. But I hope that they don't change, everything up too soon. It's kind of like that whole monetize situation for Facebook. Have you ever seen like the social network where they were like, if we monetize too early, it may not be as big as it is. It was like $1 million is cool, but you know what's cooler or better? $1 billion. But what you could see with this is $100 million, $500 million worth of a market cap with this use case in place. But what can you do with this overall? I think in my opinion, if they're looking to find a way to repeg USTC, the use case for this should be to support Terra Luna Classic as it supports UST, or as it supports USTC. That's my idea. And that would be a massive level of support to that position that you dedicated 6% of your overall taxes to. But we will have to see in what they do. But I hope that they don't change up the vision dramatically and then it ends up falling off the face of the earth, you know, because sometimes one little change can make your project pretty much irrelevant, right? So I hope that they give themselves longevity, you know, in this crypto market. When Lunatics, I read that. Going over 33 projects waiting to launch on LUNC and discussing which one will burn the most. LUNC would be a great video. Yeah, but it's all about variables though. It's all about variables, and the variables being major variable being support within those projects. Can you get rid of the haters, Matt? If they don't care, why do they watch it? I mean, I don't know. They care to an extent, and they just want to kind of get a reaction either out of me or out of people in the chat, and it's okay. Most likely, I'm not going to respond to them. There's times where I will respond to them, but most likely I won't respond to them. And they get what they want because secretly they're saying, "Oh, LUNC is dead," but secretly they're holding, you know, 100 million or 10 million or whatever. And then when you say, "Oh, well, look, I was right," they're not upset about you being right because they made money out of the deal, right? They put money into there and risked a little bit because they heard you talk about it. And the more that you talk about it, the more that you kind of turn them into understanding that this could be a bigger project. So I've seen it time and time again where people come through and say, "Oh, I hate your channel," and they have their own channel, right? They're like, "I hate your channel. I hate what you're talking about. You suck," all of this other stuff. And then I go to their channel and they're talking about how this investment changed their life. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. So it's okay. I understand they have some LUNC, they have some Shiba Inu, and they just want to continue to get reactions. And then when they do make their money, they'll be happy. Happy Cat Crypto put a video out about it to do with staking and the 1.2% tax. He said they want to and accept it. It can be implemented within 24 hours. It should be implemented very, very quickly. I mean, I don't understand how this is taking this long. What's the difference between the two contracts of Luna Classic and Luna Wormhole? You have different blockchains that they're on. So you have different chains that Luna is on. I believe that's what it is. But you have Ethereum, you have the Ethereum chain, you have you know, BNB, Solana, the Terra, Polygon, Avalanche, all of that, where you can buy it on different chains. So I would imagine that's just the BEP20 chain. As you go in here, that's what that chain is. Nobody holding on the Polygon chain. It's like 6,600 addresses. It's bootleg OpenSea. That's what Open Ocean is. Seems that way. Matt is truly a champ. Name names, Matt. No, we're good. We're good. They are haters, Matt. It's okay. Nice beard. Yeah, it's not a beard. It's just a goatee. I used to wear goatees all the time. Tired of the beard completely. But it'll probably grow back in, and out of laziness, I'll probably I like stubble anyways. I feel like that's better but I don't like to do clean shaving too much. I used to do it for work because working in accounting, that's the way to go. Um, but yeah, after I moved to a hospital, that's where I started growing in the beard and just kept growing in the beard. Look at the website I sent you. Is it on here? Let's go. These nuts. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, I've been on that website plenty of times. What do you want me to look at over here? Mm, I can't add that. Top burners and holders, etc. Yeah. Um, they have the top burners there. You also have the top burners. Yeah. This is where I usually look is to see who the burners are, how much we have burned, all of that stuff. So yeah, I pretty much I have it saved under a favorite site. Man's beard is cool to me. You moved to a hospital? No, I was in a hospital when because um uh I worked in accounting and then I worked for a an urgent care and then I worked for a hospital and that's my last job that I was a part of, my last 9 to 5 before I quit. I was a senior financial analyst for a pretty large hospital. Um, Matt, they ended VVS Faro Pear Farm yesterday. I think that's why they both dropped, and I was farming it on VVS moles. Interesting. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's interesting. I'll leave it at that. I don't know what else to add to that. Thanks for the tip on farm about doubled in price. That's awesome. That's amazing to hear. Where can I buy Lunati on my phone? You can buy it on PancakeSwap on your phone. It's just gonna take a little bit more effort to do because you got to copy everything and add it to your list of tokens, which you can do through CoinMarketCap if you add the CoinMarketCap app. Um, but then if you wanted to add it to MetaMask or Trust Wallet, you should be able to do that on your phone. How long do I hold Luna T before I get my rewards? I got 1 million. You should get your rewards in a day. You got to be holding it for a little bit, but you should be able to get your rewards within those first 24 hours that you are holding it. Because I think it's paid out every like couple of hours. I think it's like 8 hours or something. But I think when you first get started, it's like you're waiting like 24 hours or something. But make sure you add the Luna Classic. Um, Add Luna Classic to your MetaMask or your Trust wallet so that you can see it come in, because there are tokens that people send you and you don't even know that you have until you add the token to your list, right? So if it's not added to your list, you're not going to see it. So can we swap Lunix between the chains? If I wanted to put a Lunic wormhole from a BNB to Binance, and then it would be at Ethereum chain. I think it's very difficult to swap chains. You can do a what do they call that? A bridge, um, but you would have to go through the platform to bridge chains. And usually, when you bridge through a chain, there's only a certain amount that's out there, right? When you bridge through chains, it's removed in one and added to another. So that's usually how that works. What's with the main what was the main turnover for you to quit your job and do online trading? So I posted a video about my story of leaving, why I left. The main reason was just the appreciation that goes into it. One, I knew that I had enough revenue that I build from YouTube, as well as enough money in reserves to really get me through it. And I mean, I just couldn't take, you know, the lack of appreciation. So when I would go to work and I would build a lot of things and put a lot of time into something, there would be multiple CEOs that. So there's a CEO, there's a COO, there's the CFO, and there were multiple CFOs, multiple COOs that were basically leading me down certain ways. But once you put your goals in, your goals are set. And if you don't accomplish those goals, even though they don't align with what the new CFO wants to see, well, now you didn't reach your goals, you didn't meet your goals, and you had a bad performance review, even though you were putting so much time into doing that. And then when you decide to do something like that, so it goes both ways, to where you either let it alone and you focus on what they want, or you keep doing it and don't focus on what they want. No matter what, it's a lose-lose situation. And that was always the case. It was always a lose-lose situation where focus was taken from one thing and it should have been added to my goals right here. You should be able to adjust your goals, but that wasn't the case. So every year I wasn't meeting my goals. And the reason why was because we had 6 different CFOs that were a part of this organization since I was there. And this is a regional CFO rather than like the major like CFO of the overall organization. And that was the main problem. No appreciation. They didn't see what I was doing and everything that I did build. Funny thing is, it came up after the fact and they said, "Oh, this looks amazing. I see this in the files and we should use this." I'm like, well, that's what the first CFO wanted, but you're now the third CFO. The second CFO didn't want that. So now the third CFO wants it done. So it was an ordeal that I couldn't deal with. And I felt like I was running myself ragged, working 10 hours a day. The last 2 months I was working 10 hours a day. I try to work only 8 hours and, work 40 hours a week and call it quits. But, then I was working 10 hours, the last 2 months. And I'm glad that they offered me a way out because I was about to leave without getting paid a severance. So they gave me a severance. They gave me, rolled over my 401k, all of this extra stuff that I wouldn't have been given if I left myself. So they gave me the option. They said, "We'll give you a severance." I was like, "All right, you're going to pay me to leave?" I was about to leave. So thanks. So yeah, that was the main turning point. I was just like, I can't take no appreciation. And what I see on YouTube is nothing but appreciation. You guys send super chats. You guys show up here. 456 people that are watching right now. 395 likes. Appreciation goes a long way. So that's why I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. And no matter, even if I was making, a really, really decent amount of money, and looking at those taxes that get taken out versus the taxes that get taken out for a business, obviously it's difficult to take all of that in. But and I can write off all of this stuff that we have, camera equipment, computers, internet, all that different types of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely something that I look at and I'm like, this just makes sense. This really does. Sorry that it didn't work out for you, Matt. You must have enjoyed it to some extent, but at least you got something different and better life now. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I did get something different out of it. I did get something out of it. The knowledge, I would say, of how a business is run from the inside, understanding the accounting side of everything and the financial side of everything, experience-wise, is always great. I would say that now I feel like my degrees are pretty much, they're not useless, because I feel like I've gained quite a bit of knowledge from other people, especially with the MBA, speaking to other people, networking and all that stuff. I feel like I've gained a deeper knowledge of other businesses and how they function, whether it's a manufacturing business or healthcare business or, a retail business, whatever it is. I understand the different sides of those things as well, but to have student loans, I really don't want to deal with that because I wouldn't say that I'm using it every single day at this point, you know. But I still have to pay the student loans now, and that's fine. It'll work out. Um, Happy Caddy Crypto sent you a message. I messaged him to let you know what V12 or sorry V12 what V21 is all about, and he just sent me a message saying he sent you a message. Where did he send me a message? Is it on Twitter or is it on? I know he doesn't have my number. Yeah, I didn't get a message here. Um, oh, you know what? It might be on Telegram. Um, I'll talk to him a little bit later. I mean, I could probably figure it out for myself, but it's always great to have someone that knows a little bit more about this, about the coding behind it and the information behind it. Um, but yeah, a lot of times I go through, his videos and he explains things that I did want to know about, especially coding wise, you know, background information wise, because a lot of that stuff is difficult to understand if you don't know how things work behind the scenes with crypto. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. In order to be rich, you have to work for yourself. Pretty much. I mean, there are people that are wealthy, like I could tell you the CEO doesn't work there anymore, but I could tell you I've seen everybody's paycheck, and there's a way to become pretty wealthy from being a CEO or being a COO, but it takes a long time to get to that point. He was in that job for like 10 or 15 years or something, and he's making 500,000 to $600,000 plus bonuses on top of that every year. I mean, that you can become wealthy, very, very wealthy from that. And he ended up retiring when he wanted to retire. The CEO was great. The people who I joined the organization with were amazing. But within 2 years, they all left, right? There was a great COO that taught me a lot about trading and stuff, helped me out with his strategy on trading. I always like to know different people's perspective with that. And he went from being a COO there to being a pilot. Like he flew planes, so he went to be a pilot. A great guy, absolute great guy. And then there was the CMO, who literally was the person to hire me. Everybody else, not everybody else said no, but there was a lot of people that were just like, let's go with somebody else. And he saw potential in me, and everything that I built when he was there, he loved and he used, and then he left because he wasn't being treated the right way. So he left as well. And then you had the CFO, the first CFO that I actually liked in any organization that I worked for, was a family first person. And then she quit. She left to go to a different hospital because she wasn't being treated right. So it was pretty much the organization, but it's okay. If that if that is so, that means that the 1.2% tax could be implemented quicker, Trev. I tried to send you a message on Twitter, but I couldn't find you there. What is going on upstairs? She's just jumping around? I mean, that's what kids do. Matt, how do you feel about VeChain? I want to invest a nice amount in it, but do you think it's worth it? I need your opinion, not advice. So, um, I've looked in the VeChain before. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that like VeChain. I don't know why I can't spell it. Um, there's a couple of people that like it, right? 84% of the supply is out there. The circulating supply is out there. That's a good thing. 2.2 billion market cap. It's great to be able to see it obviously past that threshold of 1 billion and confidently past that threshold of 1 billion. And when you look at the volume, you're looking at about 105 million. Not a crazy amount of volume, but obviously volume is down in the crypto market right now until we start seeing a pump in overall positions. But this is good. 84% circulating supply, total supply 85. That's fine. I'm fully comfortable with that. Anything really over the 50 or 60% mark is usually okay with me. I usually don't like to see a lot of dilution, but you don't really see that here. Let's go ahead and check all history to see if we have seen any type. Probably as of late, you've seen a little bit of dilution. You can see the shift there. So a little bit of dilution within it. But either way, it shows a lot of history. It shows a lot of potential above that. So this is looking back from 2020 where things really started to run. We're basically approaching some of those levels beforehand. So it doesn't have the ability to run well above that. Yeah, I do think that. God damn it, this freaking fly. I do think that it has the ability to run, to get up to a level where right now it's at 3 cents, get up to an 8-cent level, or even, push some of these levels. I would probably push for a previous resistance somewhere around here. So basically doubling in price, or sorry, previous support, doubling in price, or a previous resistance here where we're looking for about 8 cents to 10 cents here. That's probably the level that I would look for, but you can probably look for something a lot bigger. 25 cents could be a mark. If we look at the market cap, you were looking at a $16 billion market cap versus a $10 or $11 billion market cap here. So it definitely has room to grow. As it's at some of these low points, it definitely has room to grow. I would say that you can look for easily a double or triple out of this position in the next maybe few months to a year, depending when the bull run happens. But yeah, I mean, as you look into it, you're only seeing 7,000 people. That doesn't make sense. 7,000 addresses that are holding the position. That doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, not really big wallets that you're seeing here. You have one pretty large wallet or a couple pretty large wallets up in, the 3% or 2% mark holding millions. But technically you can hold millions too if you wanted to. The value of that is not insane because it's only at 3 cents. But yeah, it's not a bad position at all. Actually, let's go back. It's not a bad position at all. Yeah, let's go back. I think it definitely has potential. Thank you for becoming a member, Mito Games. I appreciate that. I stand corrected. Scotty Pimpin. That's actually someone's Scotty Pimpin. All right, we'll take that. I like it. New member, do you think we could make a profit on Luna T rewards if we don't buy Luna C directly? Do I think you can make a profit? Yes, that's the whole mindset behind it. It's not only just making a profit on Luna T growth, but also Luna T rewards. This is where you look at it and you're like, it's not dependent on Luna C at all, really. When you receive Luna C, so you receive, Luna Classic, and let's say you gain 1 million over the next, month, right? And that's not a crazy amount, 1 million over the next month. I'm pretty much gaining 1 million every like 3 days or so, right? Maybe a little bit more than that. It might be like a week, but you're gaining it over the next month, right? That million could turn into $1 million, which means that you now have a massive amount of profit from it. But you also have Luna T as well. So if that grows, you can still gain value in whatever you're holding, and you have Luna C to back it up. So you're gaining in that position. This is why I always try and invest in a position that gives me, especially for the long term, that gives me rewards, because no matter what, I will find a way to always have Luna T, right? One, because I am a partner in the position, and two, or an ambassador of the position. And two, it's because it gives me the rewards, right? The rewards are going to be there for as long as they pay out rewards, which should be pretty much the lifetime of the position, however long it lasts for, which should be our lifetime. It's only 99 cents. Let's be members here, guys. Yeah, I would love if you guys become members, because if we see more members, I can go to members only. Matter of fact, in the next, thanks for spending time answering my questions. Thank you, Isaiah, for that super chat. And no problem. I mean, I try and answer as many questions as I can get to. Sometimes I skip people, and I'm sorry if I did skip you. But yeah, I try to answer as much as I can. I appreciate the appreciation there. Would it be possible for LUNC to peg to the new debt? What? Stablecoin on Cardano? I don't know what that means. And working yourself, not for your own boss. You have a lot more responsibility, and you have to work even harder and take orders from higher up still. Dylan, thank you for becoming a member. Roy, thank you for becoming a member. I think we're gonna see how the members only chat works for us. We're gonna go to members only in probably like 10 minutes, from 9:10 to 9:30. I want to see how that works, because then I can answer every question that comes through. So if you guys want to become members, I only make it 99 cents so that it is cheap, and it's a way to keep out scammers and spammers and people that are insanely negative. Anybody that wants to come here and say something negative, they can't, because they would have to be a member in order to do so. So yeah, I will do that to see how it works out. I know we only have like maybe 10 members in the chat, but we're gonna do members only, so then we can ask anybody that wants to ask questions can ask those questions and get them answered very quickly. Members only the last 30 minutes of the stream. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So members only either the last 30 minutes, and then obviously if it works really, really well throughout the next couple of, thank you, the Good Gorilla, for becoming a member. Getting a lot of members here. 6 new members today. Claire, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. But if it works well, we can do members only in other streams, because I've seen it work really well for a lot of people. Isaiah, thank you for becoming a member. How do I join as a member? There should be a join button right next to the subscribe button. I'm holding 10 million Luna T since pre-sale. I've received 458K Luna so far. Does this seem low to you? You're holding 10 million Luna T? No. I mean, maybe slightly low. You're holding 10 million Luna T since pre-sale. We've had a lot of volume that went through. It might be slightly low, but it might be pretty close. So that's good. You received 458K. Yeah, that's good. And just understand that 458K could be worth so much more, because when it does get to a point to where Luna or LUNC is $1, well, that's $458,000 that you gained from a position Luna T that paid you rewards in this position. Not able to become a member on the app. Yeah, that sucks. You can do it on the desktop. Philip Jackson, go to his channel and click the join button. What price would you buy Ape at? I actually haven't looked at Ape in a while. I would definitely say around the $5 range, but I believe it's at like $7 right now, right? I would definitely say around the $5 range, but let's look at how things have been rolling for the last like 3 months. We've seen this down at the $3 range. We've seen this kind of stair step its way up. So this is not a bad time to buy. I currently hold ApeCoin at $12. So would I buy lower than $12? Yes, I would buy lower than $12. I would buy at $7. The thing that I'm dealing with and why I'm not buying at $7 is because I already profited out of it. So I sold a portion of it at, I think it was like $30. It might have been. I can't remember, but I sold a big portion of it, grabbed my initial investment plus profit, and that's the reason why I'm still holding at $12. But would I buy at $7? Yes. The reason why I am holding still is because I believe it can go higher than that $12 mark where we are at. So E1 Siafan, Siafan. I don't know how to say it. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Matt, didn't find Lunatics so early without you. You wouldn't have found it without me. I appreciate that. I try to bring people plays, whatever plays I can bring them, and then hopefully we can all make profit from it. Yesterday I was so upset with myself. The one thing that I want to do in life is just help people. I love to, and I know that sounds like something that you hear from anybody that's on the internet. But the one thing that I want to do in life is help people and make people happy. I love to give to people. I love to give gifts, and I love reactions of those gifts, all of that stuff. So the one thing I wanted to do in my lifetime is see somebody in front of me at the grocery store that could not pay for their groceries and pay for their groceries, right? But since the last 3 months we've been spending on our Amex bill way too much, I basically wasn't able to do that at all. But I also didn't think that I would ever see anybody, not be able to pay for their groceries. And yesterday was the day that I saw somebody in front of me that could not pay for $113 worth of groceries. And I was so pissed at myself because that is probably the only chance I'm going to get to ever do something like that. Because to make that woman's day would have, or week, or probably month, would have made me feel so good. And I literally almost cried and I'm almost at the point of doing that right now because I couldn't help that person. So I don't know. I see Mr. Beast doing that all the time where he's helping, people out, and basically, and it's more of an exciting video for him. It's never like really an emotional situation, but it hurts me to see that people can't pay for their own, that they can't pay for their food. Her food stamp card wasn't working, and that's just sad. If you needed to go home, I don't know if that woman had kids at home. I really don't know, right? And it hurts. It really does, because that's the only thing that I want to do. All right. So we got 10 new members today. That's absolutely amazing. We are going to go to members only in a little bit. Geez, that really hit me. Yeah, let's go to members only real quick. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll see how that plays out. We had 10 new members today, so that's absolutely amazing. And members only doesn't mean that the mods can't comment. The mods can still comment. So that's always a good thing as well. Matt, do you think Lunati will hit $1? Do I think Lunati will hit $1? I think it can. I know they said their mindset is that they don't want to burn off too much, right? Because if you, at some point you got to get a handle on it, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. I don't think you need to get a handle on it. I think if you can see Luna T grow in value, just make burning the overall idea there. Congratulations, you made it, Matt. You help us and you make our day every morning. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the super chat and I appreciate the kind words. And you always come through with some type of large super chat. I appreciate it so much. What platforms can I buy Luna T on? Right now, it's only Pancake Swap and Open Ocean, which I've never heard of. So, Gary, thank you for becoming a member. 11 new members today. Awesome. I'm chipping away with investment with 50 a week. up nearly 2K in investments, happy with the experience and the learning. Well, that's great. That's great. The thing that a lot of people don't realize is that like a small amount goes a long way. You can invest quite a bit, or you can invest $50 or $10 a day and still have a pretty decent gain in crypto or in the stock market or in anything you're investing into. It could be real estate, but a little goes a long way. How are you today? I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Will got the sauce. Thank you for becoming a member. Could Lunati knock out another zero this month? I think they definitely can. It depends on the hype. Once the hype comes along, yeah, it definitely can. Members only hype. As far as TFL and V21, client needs to be adopted into the network so that staking and delegation are set free. TFL accepted the code but still needs to implement it. Nabel, thank you for becoming a member. Jaybird, thank you for becoming a member. Hey, Matt, you should put a banner with instructions on how to buy Lunati. Just fire it up every time someone asks. This would help a lot of people who prefer to read it instead of listen to it. Yeah, I know there's a lot of visual learners. I'm a visual learner, so I understand. Thank you for subscribing. Not financial advice, just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Hey, Matt, I just joined as a member. You helped me make over 8K with Lunati. That's fantastic. I love to hear great stories, that you made a decent amount from this position or a large amount from this position. I mean, there's a lot of people that go a long time without making that much, without making over $1,000. I can tell you I would day trade, and usually I would settle for $100 to $300, and I would never push for over $1,000. My largest gains have come from the crypto market. But I can tell you, obviously, a large gain in AMC came from the stock market, but my largest gains have come from the crypto market. I got paid for I got to pay for someone's groceries once, but the lady in front of me ruined it because she saw she saw me do it and then told the cashier I was paying her $400, and I said because I was white I owed her reparations. What? I don't know what that. Then I told the cashier I was paying for her $400 and said because I was white I owed her reparations. Well, I don't know how to take that, but it's good that you paid for someone's groceries, especially if someone that, it's someone that needed it. And the crazy thing is when I look at that situation, I always look at it like, will they appreciate it? Do they physically need it? Some people don't need the help at all. And you don't want to sit here and just, obviously it's great to pay for anybody's groceries, but you want to help out the people that need help versus the people that don't need help. I tested the waters on Lunati with just $40 and I turned it into 160, and I know it's not much, but hey, I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. I enjoy your content when I can get in. Yeah, I mean, when I am live. I'm like that sometimes, hence the suggestions, step-by-step stuff. Good morning, Matt. How would Lunati compare to other starting coins? What other uses would there be for Lunati once you get closer to our goal? So I think for Lunati, for me, I think the use case should be within the algorithm. So the algorithm that they have in place is to mint new coins for Terra USD Classic, Terra Classic USD, and if they do that, you're diluting I was gonna say ApeCoin. You're diluting the Terra. Sorry, you're diluting the Terra Classic overall position by minting new coins. So what Lunatics could do is be a part of that algorithm to where once they mint new coins, Terra Classic, or sorry, not Terra Classic, Lunatics token, sorry, I get them confused. Lunatics token would then take some of their reserves from their wallet to, burn those coins that were newly minted. So basically, it's like they mint the coins, dilute the position. Lunatics token deletes those coins from existence, and now you're set in this revolving cycle to where no matter what, if UST gets attacked, Lunatics token has so much in reserve to back it. So it's technically backed by one currency, but then also real dollar values, right? Another cryptocurrency that has a treasury or a wallet that has hopefully millions of dollars in it. And at some point it could be billions of dollars to make sure that Terra Classic stays where it should be. So I think that could be the major move in it. Matt, can you do more videos on DeFi wallet opportunities? I found this was the best way to recoup losses from the bear market. I'm making like $10 a day off of VVS token, and it's great to see money grow. Yeah, it definitely is. I don't like how much dilution VVS Finance has. So that's an issue for me. But if you're making $10 a day and the price is staying the same, relatively the same, then that's good. I know VVS has a lot of dilution in it. But yes, there are a lot of opportunities to make money. I've been making money with CRO, and I've been gaining money with Cosmos as well, gaining 17%. What do you think on buying after your first million from Lunic? What do I think on buying? Nothing. I would probably say paying off good and bad debt that I have. So bad debt being my student loans, good debt being my house. And then we can work on, putting money aside for the long term, and not necessarily just saying like the long term, basically giving me a payout every single year of hopefully over $100,000 by putting it into an index fund or put it into dividends or whatever I'm looking to put it into to gain a certain amount of revenue per month. What would Lunatics token's use case be when Lunic no longer needs burns? So I think it will always need burns. That's the idea that I'm looking at. I think it will always need burns, but we need to kind of tell people about what this vision could be, because not only would it be backed by a currency, it would be backed by a real world dollars, because this token over here, you're buying that up to create a treasury by having the taxes, creating a treasury or creating a wallet that backs USTC as well as backing Luna Classic. So I can draw a visual, in maybe another video. I can do a video later. No, not that. I want to bring up the sticky note. Sticky? All right. Let's see. Let's bring this a new sticky note. Videos. All right, let's see. Luna T use case. After burn, I don't know how else to label it, but that'll be a video that I do. Let's see. Would love to either Luna T or Luna C to go over 25 cents or $1 to pay off my house and help others as well instead of paying taxes on it. True. I would love to give to No Kid Hungry because I always give to No Kid Hungry, but I would love to give more. She had $400 in groceries. The lady that actually needed help was only $100. Oh. How large will the next pool be back? How large will the next pool be? Wait, back be? How large will the next pull back be? Oh, like pullback. How large will the next pullback? I think we're talking about like an actual pool because it's POOL versus PULL. I don't know how large the next pullback will be for Terra Luna Classic. I don't expect anything really because it hasn't moved. For Lunatics token though, Lunatics token has been consistently moving back. I would imagine you wouldn't see anything. I don't think it will regain that zero. I think you'll probably see it somewhere around this 12 mark, a previous resistance to where it will create a support, but slowly get there because they did add liquidity to the overall position, which means it increased the floor price. How large will the next? I read that Lunatics dropping. It is dropping a little bit. It is dropping a little bit. It's down 14% today, and has fallen off from 16 recently all the way down to 13. That's very interesting. That's a big drop. What could that drop be? Hopefully, it's not one of the, or any ambassador that's taking a large pullback or any type of private sale member, which they can do whatever they want with their position, if they really want to. I still hold my position, and I would imagine as time goes on, you do take some sort of profit. But the point is that what you can do with this is you're gaining Luna Classic from it. So why not hold on to it and continue to gain the Luna Classic? And that's what I'm going to do. As long as the volume stays legit and we see more and more volume that's going into it, yeah, of course. You see 5,107 addresses that are holding it, 86,000 transactions. I mean, that's good. You're seeing more transactions. Let's see if there's any like larger transaction here. So we see 3 million here. 3 million. How much have we seen in the last minute? We've seen quite a bit of transactions. Let's look for the largest transaction that goes to the dead wallet. So we see 1 million that's coming out here. You probably can't see what I'm looking at because it's on the right side of the screen. Let's see, 1 million that's coming out here. About 630,000. Let's actually check when that drop happened. Oh, they don't have the actual candlesticks. So when this drop happened, when it started, it was at 8:45. 8:45. So let's look at Lunatics token. Do you see any big transactions that happened within that time period? So it's 40 minutes ago. So we want to be able to get 40 minutes ago. I don't know if I'll be able to go back that far. We've seen quite a bit of transactions from there. This is good to see this many transactions that goes through. All right, volume wise, it's good. 25 million that was sold from one wallet to another. So whatever this wallet held, so one wallet sold 25 million. That's a pretty big amount. That's good. If they're looking to take profit, it's fine. The movement is what keeps it going. Sorry if I'm missing chats here. I'm trying to look at some stuff. CRO burning up coins. We expect 50 cents soon or what? So CRO is doing both, either burning up coins or bridging it. But you are seeing coins that are being burned. And do I expect 50 cents? I definitely expect 50 cents. It's whether we expect, multiple dollars out of it. And I think multiple dollars is definitely a thing. Let it drop, buy the dip. Exactly. Someone sold 86 million, 23 million, 83 million, 49 million sold. Yeah, you always like to look at who's selling it. Whoever owns this wallet here. But goes back and forth. You got kids that are yelling upstairs. All right, so we got 3 minutes here, and then I've got to go see those kids. Give me a second, actually. You guys leaving? Hey, hey, you guys leaving? All right. How much is CRO burning? We can definitely uh, check that out. I don't know how much this holds, this wallet holds. You see ins and outs that are going from this position. It's good to see all of the transactions because the transactions is what really helps the growth and the taxes and all that stuff. But you're asking about CRO and what CRO is doing. Are they below the 15 cents right now? They're at about 14.6 cents. We're not seeing the burns updated here, but if we go into the contract here, what was that? It was something. Thank you for following on Twitch. I appreciate that. I didn't even check to see if there's chat over there. So yeah, there's 5 people that are watching over there. Thank you guys for following. Anybody that does follow over there. Yeah. So if we look at the dead wallet, we can see that they are at 77 billion total that's in this dead wallet. So the total amount should be around 23 billion. We want to see more and more that gets burned. I don't know how much has been burned lately, but from what I hear, we're seeing more burns that are going through, which is a good thing. But then again, I never know. Like, I feel like this is like they burned 77 billion, but it doesn't reflect on crypto.com. Not crypto.com. CoinMarketCap. Jeez. See you in the next video, Matt. Appreciate all you do for us. Have a great day. Yeah, you too. Do you believe that BlackRock can really push Bitcoin up to 70K or 100K a coin? Do I think BlackRock can do it? I think a bunch of factors can do it, but not just BlackRock. Why specifically BlackRock? The selling happened at 9:14. It's a little better to look at the DEX tools. It sells in red. Yeah. Matt, what streaming service do you use? I use Streamlabs, which I don't really absolutely love, but here it is. Streamlabs. It's great. You came from YouTube. Thank you for coming from YouTube. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Means a lot. But yeah, use Streamlabs. Let's see. How much CRO is burning? Yeah, this is how much we're looking at when it comes to CRO. We're seeing 5,000 get burned. It seems like, maybe 3 per hour. Average, that might be. Yeah. Well, 3 in the last hour. 3 in the last hour and 30 minutes. And then you got a gap, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. So they're burning. But then again, you don't see it reflected on CoinMarketCap. Matt, let's hop on Call of Duty sometime. Yeah, sounds good. Did you add me in? Because if you wanna add me on Activision, it's Tech Life 1991, and Tech Life being not like Georgia Tech or Thaddeus Stevens Tech or Technology College, right? It's Tech. TECH. So yeah, a lot of people think I'm talking about like Tech 9 or something like that. No, it's created it when I was in at Thaddeus Stevens Technology College of Technology, whatever it's called. So yeah. Anyways, if you want to add me, go ahead and add me on Activision there. You'll find me. And we can play, I don't know, zombies or multiplayer or whatever. I'm all for it. I've been playing a lot of zombies lately. But anyways, guys, it's 9:30. I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully you enjoyed this members only chat. I really liked it. We'll probably do this a couple of times. And then we'll test it out to see if we can go longer and longer. And then we'll do the first hour as open stream. And then we'll do the last hour as a members only. And then we'll go for first 30 minutes. We'll probably leave, if anything, we'll leave it at the first 30 minutes being open and the last hour being like members only, because members only just works better for no scammers, no issues. It's all just green names and blue names, you know? And yes, thank you to the mods. BBIG suspended, is it already in a downward fall? Oh, it is suspended. Been suspended. What's going on there? SOS is down 9%. That went up to $9. That's good. I mean, I'm still holding at $190. So because with the move that they made, it's basically like a split to where I held 2,000 and now I'm holding 40. So that's good. Good GME triggers may hit today. That's good. This looks, I mean, there's just a sea of red after everything that was green and AMC that was up to what, $27 yesterday. And it really resisted. You could see that it was going to resist from the 200 EMA, and that's exactly where it did resist from. It got up to that and pulled right back. Any expert, oh wow, this jumped up to 27 really quick. Any expert trader would know, and if I was trading it, actively trading it, that's what I would have done, is sold at 27 to buy back in lower at like 23. But whatever. I'm not trading this like a normal trade. This is my position to hold and trade it as we see certain levels get hit. Anyways, guys, I'm 5 minutes over. I got to get out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Perry8K if you want to, right over here. You can follow me, get me to 8,000 followers. That's great. Again, we hit 180,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. And don't forget to follow my Twitch and Instagram and all that other stuff. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.